This is in this moment the headquarters of the Pescia Paper Museum. Inside the Pescia Paper Museum we have 3,000 pieces in our collection. That is watermarked molds, watermarked wire, waxes, and we have an historical archives, very important. That is 700 linear meters of documents. Okay, and so I prepared for you some of these documents in the historical archives and the second part of the visit. And the project is to finish the restoration of these buildings and to open the part that is in this moment is under restoration. As you see, this is a very big building called Paper Mill Le Carte. Okay, this building is built at the beginning of the 18th century, and the most important part of this building that is that inside this building, from the beginning to 1992, they produce. Good morning. They produce only handmade paper. Okay? That is that inside this building we have the stone basin, the machine moved by the water. So inside this building they never put the dandy roll machine or the machine that we use today to produce paper, because here, Pescia and in the neighborhood of Pescia, especially in Lucca, we have the most important paper district of Europe, and the paper district in the world are only two. Okay, so in this valley, at the beginning of the 20th century, we have 28 paper mills. Now we have 365 paper industry in our area. Okay, but in this paper mill, they produce by hand 2,000 sheets of paper in one day. Okay, nowadays they produce 2 kilometers and 300 meters in 1 minute. Okay, and especially they produce tissue paper and cardboard. But we have a strict relationship with the paper industry of this area. Okay, they are our mecenates, because in this moment this museum is a private museum, but we are transforming into a public foundation. Okay. Well, in these buildings, one of the most important things of this building, that is the workers not only work in, but also they live in. Okay, so they born inside the paper mill, they marry each other, and they died in the paper mill. Okay, for centuries, because in Pescia we produce paper since the end of the 15th century. Okay, so it's a very one of the most important part of the history of our city. Okay, and especially they produce paper for writing, for printing book, for artists, and here especially we show the history of one of the most important family related to paper industry, that is Magnani. So also these buildings belongs to Magnani family. Magnani family have 12 paper mills along the river, okay? And they produce paper for 34, 35 countries in the world, because especially they produce banknotes. We are very happy because they, in their history, they maintain all the documents and they maintain also the collection that we have here inside the paper mill. That is, we have, for example, 400 original paper molds, watermarked molds. That is, we can study our collection and reconstruct the history of the relationship between Magnani and many countries in the world.